What's going on, guys? It is FaZe Simp here, and today I'm going to be recapping our Florida and LAT matches. Now, this is our week 1 matches, so, we still have a decent stage to go. But yeah, let's just get into it and break it down. Alright, so our first match ended up being Florida, and this was a matchup that we weren't really too worried about, just because it was a team that's been making a lot of roster changes lately. And honestly, I feel like Florida themselves kind of showed where they were at just because of the roster changes. They weren't really a team that was winning respawns. They were only winning S&Ds for the most part. And so they're making a bunch of changes. And I feel like now they're at a point where they're kind of just trying to rebuild just some new chemistry or something. I don't know. Because when we played them, MSC Hardpoint was first map. Nothing was too crazy. They started out pretty hot, but I feel like towards the second rotation of hills, we started playing way better. I still think our hardpoint has a decent amount of work to do. I feel like our hardpoint's our worst mode by far. But yeah, we played a good second rotation of hills. I had a crazy 4-piece during the P5, which in my opinion was really important for the hill. And yeah, we ended up winning this map 250 to 176. We're still a super good embassy team. Yeah, that brings us 1-0 going to the CDL S&D. So going to the CDL S&D, this is a map we played a ton the last stage. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure embassy we played a lot during the first stage. CDL we played a lot during the second stage. And yeah, I think during the second stage, especially the major, it kind of showed that we were really good at this map. I mean, we're really good at S&D in general, so it's kind of hard to say we're just good at this map, but I feel like this is a map we have a lot of reps on. And, when you're playing a mode that's your probably best mode with a map that you have the most reps on, it's not going to be that close. And, they came out strong. They won first round, but after first round, there wasn't really much being done. Tyler's running around, he's killing everything in S&D. And we ended up winning that map 6-1. Honestly, I feel like this Florida series, there wasn't really much that happened crazily. I feel like this was just one of those series where they kind of got smoked outside of game 1. So going to the third map while being up 2-0 was a silo control, and we were feeling on top of the world. We just felt like just the way we were playing and the way they were playing, we couldn't really lose. And they honestly played this silo control really weird. On our defense, they didn't really touch a point. They were playing mid in like the outskirts a lot, but they never really hopped on A or B point and never really stopped the time. So they ended up losing the round with like most of their lives left. And just from that, we can tell they were in a really weird spot, like team-wise. So we ended up winning this map 3-0. Got some kills, stacked some points, the usual. Definitely a good way to start the stage. Going into the next match, we play LAT. By the way, guys, I have merch out right now. This is actually one of the hoodies from the collection. If you're interested, make sure you go to shopsimp.com. There will be a link in the bio, or in the description. And yeah, make sure you click that link if you're interested in getting any of your Simp apparel needs. Thanks, brothers. So going to our next match, we ended up playing LAT, and this is probably our hardest, if not one of our hardest matches of the stage. Obviously we played them in finals at last major. Obviously they're a really solid team, and they definitely looked at this series. But yeah, first map ended up being Mercado Hardpoint, which is the first map of the finals that we played against them. And honestly, a lot of these maps are kind of there, but I mean, it's kind of hard for maps not to be there when it's best of 7. But yeah, Mercado Hardpoint first map. So going to this Mercado Hardpoint, we were feeling good. We ended up winning the break, and we ended up having a really good P1 to P2, but during the first P2 we got broken, and then I think on the next P3 we also got broken, where, in my opinion, on a Mercado Hardpoint, you can't really be messing up rotations like that. You can't really be getting broken. You have to be at least be getting like 40 to 45 seconds on these hills, if not full 60s. And yeah, this map was really just a back and forth kind of hard point outside of those two hills. I mean, in general, it's the back and forth map, but they got really good time on the hills they were insta breaking. And the only other hill we really did mess up was the RV rotation. I feel like I kind of messed up hitting old. I try to push through like the top green hill, like P6 or P5 or whichever one it is, and I probably should have just went with my teammate wherever he was going and not split, and that ended up causing us to just not have rotation or old time, and we just got put in like a demon trap. So we lost this map 172 to 250. Like I said, for the Florida hardpoint, our hardpoint hasn't been looking the best still. And obviously it showed it here. We just got to keep working on it, because as long as we can win one in this series, I'm so confident that we can just win the series. So next map is a Silo S&D, and like the Florida series, this is not a map that was played closely. I know this went round 11 at finals, but this was a completely different story. We ended up winning this map 6-1. On a Stilo, in general, I feel like we're just super good at the map. You know, Tyler is an absolute god in all modes, in my opinion, right now. He's actually just frying. And especially in S&D, he just knows how to get first bloods. He knows where people are at. He's finding them. He's sniffing them down. He's killing them. And yeah, I feel like most S&Ds that we play right now, we're not losing more than like a couple rounds. I feel like our S&D is in such a good spot right now. And I feel like I've never even had like... I feel like this is the best our S&D's ever been by like a mile. And it's so weird having a mode like that in the back burner, because I feel like compared to last year how Vanguard went, we had like the opposite. We couldn't like win a surge. So the next map is Hotel Control. And honestly, this was a close map in its own regard, but I feel like the rounds that were played weren't that close outside maybe of like a couple moments. You know, first round we played defense, but we probably played the worst defense we've played in a very long time. You know, we let them get A right off the rip, not really sending many people to stop it. Well, not after that. Well, like they went B off the rip, but we killed them. They went A, and then we didn't really try to stop A, and then we also didn't really get any map control, and we kind of just got team wiped 2 to 3 times, and they ended up just capping the B point as well. So that was a really bad defense out of us, but we ended up losing this map 2-3. I mean, there wasn't really any craziness. I feel like on their defenses, we just weren't really stopping what they were doing. And, you know, we ended up bringing this back. We were down 0-2, I think, and we went to a round 5. We had a chance of, you know, capping the A point. We ended up capping B off the rip, but Dylan ended up pinching Kitchen. He got probably like a 3-piece or like a 2-piece and kind of called game. And we ended up losing this map 2-3. You know, that definitely sucks because obviously you want to win the control since there's only one, but it's all Gucci. We're going into the Embassy hardpoint. So going to this Embassy hardpoint, we were extremely confident. I feel like this is a map we always win, but I feel like our hardpoint has been on a weird just stretch of hardpoints. I feel like it's not that we're playing wrong, it's just that we're playing like, I don't even know how to describe it. I feel like our hardpoint is just in such a weird spot right now. And even in this one, I feel like P4 has been a really good hill for us on this map, and this Embassy we couldn't really get into a P4. You know, the first one, some unfortunate stuff happened. Like Kenny got to our back top like plat, and ended up shooting 2 of us in the back with like without us knowing he was there, and that definitely can happen. You know, we're all kind of set up around the point, and when he's shooting people in the back, it just calls for a free break. So that definitely sucked. And then the next P4 we kind of just lost a trade fest, and they got all that time too. So we ended up losing this map 195 to 250. I feel like those P4s were really the biggest things about this map. The AC hills also hurt us, but I feel like it wasn't nearly as bad as the P4s. But I mean, you can't win a series losing 2 hard points in a control. You have to be able to win at least a respawn or something. We ended up losing this series 1-3. LT got the best of us for this one, and you know, there's some drama surrounding this match, but I won't get into that. I'm sure you guys are well aware. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you drop a like. If you're new here, make sure you drop a sub, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.